Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubts, 'cause you keep me where the stars are bound. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now. Sometimes I wonder, will we be around to see forever on the solar cloud? Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubts, 'cause you keep me where the stars are bound. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes when you're here, I can't feel no doubts, 'cause you keep me where the stars are bound. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free
Day has passed like a hurricane to my heart, till it far away. See the lights on the other side. I'm going to get there and hope we will meet there.
welcome to the stream. Let's just mute this thing. All right, here we go. And let's test everything out to make sure everything's okay. All right, bots are running. Cool. All right, just give me a sec. Check something here. Okay. All right, let's get this thing going. All right, so SPY. As I mentioned yesterday, yesterday was all day. I was all day short, short biased on it. And this zone of ours that we created in pre-market, it actually held the whole day, and there was plenty of chances to look for some reversals off of that level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 times. It started to reject from there. We just couldn't break it. So it turns out 396 area was a very big level yesterday. To be honest, yeah, yesterday I was quite strongly short biased because I feel like SPY is weakening, and it's just, it looks so weak, especially with this move here. Unless we see some sort of a congested reversal pattern around this area, around 390s, if it does go there, which is very close to it, we might we might see more weakness coming to it. Now we are basically kind of like in the I would say in the shorter term in downtrending and very weak, but still medium time frame, I would say, on daily, I would say we're still uptrending, but we need to hold that 390 level. If that doesn't hold, then I think the whole structure is going to break, and we might either go into a congestion or we might go into a follow through from the longer term downtrend. All right, so that's the deal with SPY, guys. We might see those case scenarios played out very soon. It's already looking like very weak. For the past few days, I've been saying this. It just doesn't want to go up. A level that is created even pre-market or just normal level doesn't get broken at all, and it just reverses off of it very strongly. So that's why it's definitely weak, and it stays weak for me. So mostly short biased if I can. What's up, Average Joe? Welcome, buddy. Morning. Rise and shine early. Good. Well done, buddy. How you doing? You okay? What are you watching? I'm pretty sure you're watching the markets, right? Like the main ETFs. Anyways, whatever the case, I think we are already seeing the weakness. We are gapping down, guys. I mean, yesterday we closed weak. Daily doesn't look good on SPY at all. We are under 393s, yesterday's lows. We are trading under yesterday's lows. Pretty much weakness written all over it as far as now stands. And we, to be honest, with these kind of gap downs, we might attempt to gap fill, but I doubt that it's going to be very successful, as yesterday has shown. Yesterday was not much of a gap fill. It wasn't a gap fill. In fact, it actually opened right at the close almost. So that wasn't much. Today is gapping down. Now that could change, as yesterday it did. Yesterday was up and down, like it was gap up at first and then gaps down and then just completely goes back to the yesterday's or previous day's close. So today it's a bigger gap down, so we might stay gap down until the open. And what happens after that? We could face few scenarios here. We could attempt to go for the gap fill, usually, because of when the market opens, there's got to fill a lot of big orders, and a lot of profit taking could come in, or things like that, or price discovery. Usually SPY will start to go for the gap fill. Now it will depend on how far it goes. Let's say, for example, if it's trading around here or 392s at around the open and it starts to go for the gap fill, we've got a huge gap to fill. I mean, we've got like, at that point, it will be from 392 to 395s almost, $3. Now, I don't think SPY is strong enough unless something decent comes up economically, which I don't think there is. It's just not gonna pull back enough. So I'm looking for levels that I'm paying attention to today is 393 to 393.50. That is the level that I think it might actually stall from. So we'll keep an eye on that level, guys. And then now I'm not just looking for short opportunities at that level. I'm also considering the fact that if it starts to take this out and starts trending over it, we could see some strength on the SPY as well, right? From these kind of moves down, we feel like has been a lot of weakness, not a decent pullback unless this day. We could see a pullback day, but I know I am a bit leaning towards a weakness in the SPY, to be honest. That's it. Nice. Small caps. What do you... Oh, yeah. Okay. I see what you mean. All right. So here's the thing, guys. Let me show you what I meant by a few days ago, CDIO. Now, CDIO, as you can see on my chart, on this day, I wrote down very good catalyst. Now, I don't need to write down the whole detail of the catalyst. All I need to know is it was a decent catalyst. It was actually a really good catalyst. Much better than our Rita did yesterday. Much better catalyst. So I think this has huge, although yes, yeah, there we go. This gap up, you know, a lot of people might be thinking, oh, this gap is too much. And I actually tried quite a few times to take longs on this one, but it failed me that day. That day it failed me. Unfortunately, I completely disregarded that yesterday. And it just completely went berserk, which I was anticipating on that day, on this gap day. So it is what it is, but I was eyeing this one to catch something decent on it. Unfortunately, I missed it big time. But I think with the device that they are, well, it's probably not the device. It's like a system or some sort of a, instrument or whatever they've created, which basically helps kind of like find out if somebody's going to have a heart disease or something, like some heart disease issues. It early detection, basically. It detects early with the blood test or something like that. So their device or whatever it is, or test kit, is basically huge. That's massive. I mean, if it could do that, that's life-changing, guys, and that's revolutionary. I mean, that if it is true and if there's no hiccups on that, having to go with that, just that information, this thing, I still think this has, in the long run, huge potential. As I said, unless that catalyst changes, which means the test doesn't work, the kit doesn't work, or it's just random or things like that. But I'm pretty sure it does, because they wouldn't go all in on this unless it did. So a lot of buying came in yesterday. A lot of buying came in. Huge amount of buying. I mean, I'm pretty sure most of them are invested. This is what a trending environment looks like, guys. I keep repeating this every single time. If you want to look at the strong trending environment, you want to look at something like this. Goes up, pulls back, doesn't go beyond the VWAP. Goes up, pulls back. Decent pullback, right? So all profit taking coming in, more buyers stepping in, profit taking comes in, more buyers stepping in further and further. So basically this has huge demand. Something that has huge demand, people will pay higher and higher and higher prices for it, right? That's what happened exactly. So is this going to produce something decent? I think for this day, it's got huge run from 3 all the way to 7s. That's more than 100% move. And from its early start of sub $1 or dollar, it's pretty much then 700% move. So There's a lot of eyes on it for sure. It could move, but I think it could get a bit too crowded as well, in my opinion. And the same way I was saying on the first day on this one, guys, I was saying this is a bit too overcrowded. It might take a while before it starts to run. And I was kind of not looking for the second day run on it. I was like looking for like third, fourth day run. But anyways, so that's what happens. Now, I'm definitely going to keep this on the side because there could be some potential trades on this, definitely. Oh, okay. It was in 260. Very good. 260 area pretty much was on the beginning like pre-market. Did you get in pre-market or something? The first day that it moved? Somewhere there, yeah? Yeah, pre-market, beautiful. Actually, 260 was beautiful, beautiful. You know, if I had average, if I had kept this, if I had taken this 260, which I wasn't, I came in on the market here somewhere, and by that time it was a bit extended. Anyways, I was looking for a nice pullback. But anyway, if I had taken this 250, 260, I can almost guarantee that I would have actually held that, especially with that catalyst. But anyways, but still, nevertheless, really, really good entry on that. I think so. I think so. They will. They'll have to, right? But do they really need to? Offering can sometimes hurt these kind of moves, but do they really need to? If they do need to, then yeah, they will. But I think it's better if they don't, in my opinion. It was a scalp. Okay. Yeah. So that was some decent run, guys. These things don't happen much. When it does happen, it's good to be in it. I'm a bit gutted that I didn't actually sort of catch that. I was actually planning to catch it. It was in one of my game plans. The first day it gapped up. Unfortunately, it just, yeah. But you never know. We might get the chance to catch it again, guys. So SPY, I explained what I'm thinking on the SPY anyways. Weakness written all over it, SPY. Let's have a look at AMC. Why did I keep AMC? Well, I'm going to remove AMC, but I wanted to show our Oasis. If you're gonna watch this recording, so this is what I meant by that ideal daily, right? This is the day, right? All right. So hopefully you understand what I'm talking about, right? So I wanted to show you this pretty good looking daily to be shorting on this day here. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me remove that. Now, Rita, I've been saying this on this one. This didn't have much of it didn't have a huge catalyst. Basically, they were approved the device that they were a drug. Sorry, they were approved by the FDA, a drug, but the drug is only related to a very rare disease, super rare disease. So that's why I thought like this gap is a bit too much. But then the thing is, all the banks, all the analysts started to actually pump this thing. They said, well, we have a target of 90, so it actually almost went to 90 and just stayed there. So Rita, basically at the end of the day, it actually did run over 90 and went almost always, well, actually to the tick to 95 and then stopped there. Very strong close. So no matter what the bias is, you've got to understand what the price action is doing. Okay, price action is the truth. You cannot, whatever you think is right, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant, right? Having a very strong bias. If the stock is proving otherwise, you've got to go with that, right? So in this case, yes, very early chop around. This is where I was thinking, okay, this is gonna pull back big time, right? At least maybe, give me at least like 70s, right? But it never did. So my bias on that one was completely wrong. And thank goodness we didn't touch it because it was just acting very weird. Yeah, fill back 40. Honestly, Rita, yeah, I do. I'm still short biased on it, average Joe. I'm not gonna lie, because if you look back, the truth of the fundamentals will come out very, very soon. Um, and the difference between CDIO, which the price is trading at 750 for a catalyst like that, this should be trading what, uh, 15s, 20s, 30s, right? But Rita, it just doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, I do expect this to be actually pulling back quite a bit, actually, quite a bit. So when it does, I'm going to hopefully be there. I'm watching this also. FSLR, yesterday I was watching this. It was a gap up, earnings gap up. Look at this, guys. And also Oasis, beautiful, right? FSLR, this is one of our strategy or setup we use specifically on earnings, and beautiful, just went around, and it was a swing. It was just pure A plus setup, and you could have easily kept it for the next day swing, which is today. So now today, am I going to touch it? I probably won't, because it's already done massive move. I think today is going to be a bit choppy. Even if it goes for the second day continuation, it might not give us enough, because we have 200 just right around the corner that could stop the trend up. So FSLR, I am going to be leaving it on the side, but beautiful, really nice daily as well. Look at this strong daily, guys. Look at this growth stock. Just anytime it pulls up to these EMAs, it just bounces big, pulls up, bounces big, and these are just pure a healthy stock, basically. It's not a joke. Like, it breaks the trend lines every single time, and yeah, just beautiful looking. I love to trade these, and these are the ones that actually build up my account if I could catch one of these. So as you can see, like, every time it's just beautiful. And every single time it's probably beating the earnings. Yeah, really good beats on the earnings as well. Right. Okay. Rita, I think average Joe, I am actually with you on that one. I might do that as well. I might just do that as well. I don't normally do that, but I think that is a really, really good idea. I was thinking about May a bit further down. May is a bit too far. We've got whole of March, April. So I think end of April, yeah, May is also quarterly, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Depends on how expensive the option is. But I think even monthly contract end of March would be fine as well on this one, on Rita. Perfect. So what else do we have? ONCS yesterday. No, today is gapping up. Yesterday was a gap up as well, ONCS. It actually started from $1. Is this related to CDIO? Because it could be. It could be related to CDIO. It's a healthcare stock, so that's one. ONCS. Yeah, it's a biotech as well, so it's got to be like these CDIOs and REITs are gonna push the biotech sector as well. Just keep an eye on those as well, guys. Biotech sector, when it starts to move, it will start to move, bring the others as well with it. Okay, let's see. Medical shares are trending. This is in January though. Oh, no, that's March. Sorry. So the company requested the withdrawal of his resistance and saying it's opted not to pursue the offerings. Oh yeah, I remember this one yesterday. They actually canceled the offerings, so that's a good thing for the company, and it's actually showing quite a bit of strength because of that. Yeah, they had offerings, but they canceled it. So that usually means basically the company is actually stable and doesn't need to sell their shares to make to raise the cash. So that could also mean that private investor might have come and sorted something out, or something. It could be something to do like whereby they've actually fixed cash issues. So that's why we're seeing another gap up today, which is just around here. Now on this one, I'm not really, I mean, even though it's a good thing that they've canceled the offerings, but the overall picture of the stock is not really looking good to me. Here's the thing, if it starts to actually reject from this high here, which is very, very close to 3, again, if it does go there and it starts rejecting from there, then I'm going to pay attention to it. Now, even if it stays under this 260, that's crucial as well. It stays under 260, which means this is the level that it held. And if it struggles to take that to the upside, I will start looking for shorts if I can on that. Yeah, ONCS is quite low. I would say about 1 million or something like that, ONCS. It could be more than that. It could be more than, I think it might be more than that, buddy. Hold on. Let's quickly check this. So we've got a float on ONCS about, Yahoo says 2 million, Finviz says 0.8, Emirates trade 800, Morningstar said 2.2. So we are kind of clashing in between 2 and 1 million almost. So let's say 1 million ONCS. And we have CDIO. Actually, we checked it. It's not that high. The float is not really high. 4, yeah, 4.4. 4.4, yeah. CDIO. Still, guys, very low float. We're talking, dude. Anywho, let's go into. Let me just finish my watch list, guys. CDIO, Veil, RLX. That's not good. Let's have a look at the CDIO and Rita. Is the only two that's moved up really, really strong. And let's have a look at the other list. Not much there. Okay, so let's see the gappers today, guys. All right, let's check it together. Today, this is what I use more. I have a scanner for the Thinkorswim as well for the gappers, but this one I find it very easy. I've got my volume there. I've got how many percentage of the gapper it is, and I just need to pay attention to big volume gappers. That's it. So we've got BRTX. That sounds like a decent. That's 2 million volume, I believe. That's 4.7 million. Is it one? Yeah, 4.7. I had to count the numbers. ONCS is also gapping up, as you saw earlier, with the 6.3 million. Is that right? 6.3 million it did? Wow. Okay. That's pretty much it. CRM, we can have a look, as well as we can have a look at the Okta, OKTA. I remember trading Okta a lot in the past. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at the gappers, and then I will go to LHTX. LHTX. Okay, let's have a look at actually that one, because we already have that. Yeah, it's sub $1. I'm just a bit worried about sub $1 stocks. It's gapped up from, dude, it's gapped up from like 14 cents, and now it's trading at 80 cents. 70 cents. That's huge. That's huge. The volume is quite a bit there as well. Like, volume is not lacking at all on this. Although yes, it's sub dollar stocks, but very clean moves as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it because it's just, I don't trade anything under $2. It's just too much. Too much, especially if I want to short anything. It costs huge amount of money. It's just the overhead costs us so much so that it actually takes away 30-40% of your profit. It's just not worth it. So let's have a look at BRTX. BRTX is, what's the catalyst on this bad boy? Let's have a look. BRTX to win. So it's gapping up a really decent amount. Why don't we... Did this change its name or something? Why am I not able to check the history on this bad boy? Oh, it's because they didn't have any volume. It was just completely dead stock. Now it's gapping up. Okay, let's have a look. Patents and Trademark Office has issued a notice of allowance for patent application related to the company's metabolic thermostem program. Metabolic I have no idea what that means, but it sounds like they have been granted a patent, few patents actually. Patent. I don't know, man. Patent. Yeah, so for its thermostem program. So that could be something. There's okay. I would say it's not a great catalyst like CDIO. This is like, I would say when it comes to catalyst, it's like 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Because it's not very, very clear what that patent is going to bring to the company, right? Whereas CDIO is very clear. They pretty much have a device or a test kit that is going to bring them ka-ching, right? So that's the difference between that. But I'll keep this because it seems like it's an interesting gapper. Although it was trading very close to this one didn't have volume at all, but it could pick up with volume. We'll see. We'll see. In terms of excitement wise, BRTX, I'm like, nah, not too excited. Let's see, MTC. MTC, we have a look at this, guys. Every time it pops, it gets heavily shorted. So if it's gapping up, get ready to be disappointed on this one. Yeah, not like, I mean, it gapped up really nicely for some news. I mean, these are all probably going with the flow of the CDIO and Rita biotech. Because, no, this is actually, I'm wrong. This is not a biotech. This is a software. But nevertheless, the daily is quite beaten down, and every time it pops, I don't like to see and trade these kind of stocks to the long side because there's really heavy pressure on these. It gets very, very heavily shorted with conviction. Those are the ones that you can get in trouble with. MTC, I'm not going to put it on Gapper. It doesn't look good. This is trading under VWAP as well. Not really. ONCS we checked anyways. We have it on our gappers. A bit choppy, but still it's creeping along. Let's have a look at the other ones. Patent. Okay, patent. Okay. Patent. It's not patent. Where was patent coming from? I just make up sometimes these words. When it comes to pronunciations, I just mess it up so bad. But hey, it is what it is. Wow, okay. So this gapper is I want to make sure that this is not a wow, there's huge amount of rate. I mean, all the analysts are raising the price to 225, 240, 236. It's huge. Like they are. What did they do with the earnings? They must have really killed it, right? Oh yeah, they killed it. It's like double the expectation. More than 100%. Yeah. So they've killed it on the earnings. So. It actually gaps up from 167. Now this is a decent catalyst, I'm not gonna lie. This is an earnings based catalyst which tends to hold stronger than the other sort of non-strong catalysts. So I'll keep an eye on this one. CRM. The issue with these kind of stocks is that it's the guys who win this is here, right? These are the guys who are in it and they've got the money that they've put it. They've pretty much, like if it starts to open and then if they decide to take a big chunk of their profit taking, then that could lead to a big or massive pullback, which these big gapper earnings plays usually do. But then after that, we get a really decent opportunity to actually join the trend to the upside with a cheaper price. So if that's the case, say this is my daily level, let's say 190, which seems like it's going beyond that. If it pulls back to that, beautiful, great. I will start looking for some longs on this one. No patent. No patent. Okay, I got you. Patent. What? Patent. Patent in it. It's patent. Okay, so that's what we got. And OKTA, CRM we're gonna keep. And then we are gonna look at Okta. Okta, how do I remember this stock? I used to trade this a lot in the past. Probably traded a lot of shorts on this one. I probably could have been longs as well. Interesting. Okta. Oh, okay. So gap. This is also something I pay serious attention to. If something's gapping up because of earnings, this is also one of them. CRM and Okta could be something that might provide some decent opportunities in the coming. This is also a really good earnings bait. It comes from a losing into a positive territory with their earnings beat. So yeah, really good. I'm gonna put this in earnings as well. Okta and CRM. Both of them are earnings gappers. All right. Okay. Anything else, guys? You want me to have a look before we end it with the watch list? There's a lot of gappers today. I will also say that keep an eye on the sector, biotech sector. Do you guys know the ETF for the biotech? I'm pretty sure there is one, right? What was it, man? I forgot. I used to look. Let me look it up. IBB, right? IBB. XLV. IBB was the one mostly I used to look at. Yeah, IBB. Let's have a look at both of them. Yeah, it's just not. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of not really showing. Let's have a look at XLV. It's pretty much same. XLV and IBB. I think IBB might be the one to go. Anyways. All right. Yeah, just keep an eye on that sector. Let me have a look at my X sectors. So XLV, we have one XLV, we have IBB as well. Yeah. Okay. Right. Anything else you guys looking at? SPY, what's SPY doing? Okay, so SPY is bouncing towards that VWAP. This is the one that we were looking for. This is where we thought, look, if it does bounce there, right now it's actually VWAP area is rejecting from. So I was kind of anticipating that even if it bounces, it probably might not bounce that long or that strong. We'll see anyways. The rejection definitely came in, but we could still see that bounce towards 393s, 392, 320s, and then maybe rejection. But if this doesn't actually test that 393 at all, then we are expecting market to be very, very weak. So, yeah. Oh, buddy, yeah. Baku's beautiful. It's got really nice. I wouldn't say the best weather, but it's got character. It's got a lot of. There's a city. Well, it's not a city. It's like a small area right in the center, by the shore. It's pretty much an old. It's called the old city, and I would say it's about not even a kilometer wide. Very small, right? And they have preserved. It's like a small town that has everything very old-fashioned. Like they have preserved all the buildings, pretty much all the historical, really small little houses, cafes, and everything, right? So it looks really nice if you visit there. Definitely. And a good time to come down here is in June. End of June, I think that's when Formula One happens. Where I live is pretty much about 10 minutes from the old city or the city center. Small city, but definitely it's got its own character. Food is really nice. People are nice. Yeah. What else do you want? I'm gonna quickly have a look at some of my. Because we have about 20 minutes, I'm just going to quickly look at my some swing ideas, if I can, and see if we can have some sort of opportunity today to take anything. Meta was one that I really want to take over 180, guys. But because SPY is so weak, I just don't want to really sort of go into these major cap swings. But if SPY starts to strengthen and this Meta holds 170, and it starts to take out 180, that's the clue basically. That's where I'm going to be starting to swing this thing. So Meta is still in my list. It's just not given us some entries. IQ, no thank you. IQ, no thank you. Okay, that rhymes. ACLS was no volume. Okay, this one might be over 17. This looks actually good. TGTX. If it actually starts to, maybe even over 16. Okay, TGTX is the one that I'm gonna, oh, it's already on my list. Okay, so never mind. NTRA was also on my list, but look at this, really nice, beautiful, 48, 49 breaks. 50 break was the entry. Oh, wow, okay. This was something that happened. Because I didn't pay attention to it. Why? Because there was earnings on it. Yep. Volume is bad. The rest is just not that great. Last one to look at is AI is something that I want to still pay attention to. I think the whole hype for the AI stocks might have died down, and I was saying here, guys, like, look, this, if the hype slows down or dies down, we might see some big pullback on these, which we are seeing. So from the moves of 12s to all the way to 30s, that's like over 100% move. Now we're seeing close to like 40-50% pullback. 20 is something that if it does hold, which is bounced from 20's strong level, it seemed like. I'm still considering this for a possible swing ideas in the long run. Not yet. It hasn't provided anything, but on the break of 23 again, and the break of 24 still is valid, in my opinion. That's still valid. Meta, we're still looking at Meta. Laser, LAZR was also one of those that I was paying attention to, but I think it's not worth it. Rita also came in on that list. FSLY is the one that I paid attention to earlier. This one was really nice, but low volume. This one is kind of interesting over the break of 120, to be honest, but the range on this one is horrible. For a $100 stock, it's about $3. That's not bad, actually. That's not bad. On the break of 120, that's a good one, but the volume, though. Volume. Yeah, volume is like really Spotify. Yeah, this is the one I missed. I don't see anything interesting, to be honest. I don't see anything massive. This was also earnings. Yeah, this was also earnings. Really nice. Yeah, this would have been a really nice trade. Earnings. So gap was what? How much was the gap? So 90 gaps up to 102. Very good. 10% move. And it just carries on another 10% move. So who says that it's not going to move any further, right? It actually did. Same goes for NTRA as well. It gaps up from 48 all the way to the open up of about 51.50s. So that's a good gap, and then carries on to another $3-4 move from there, which is great. Although this one is 4 million. CNG. No. Okay, so that's it. I can't find anything, so unfortunately we'll have to not add anything on our list of swings. However, let's have a look at what our XM has done really well, still hanging around that 17s. I think today might be the day that it actually takes out the 17s. Okay, that's looking good. And that's it, right? That's it. On AI? If you have calculated from, normally I don't do it from the lows all the way to the highs, average Joe. I calculated from where it actually starts the move. And what makes, I mean everybody has different methods, but you see, let me show you something, and hopefully that will make sense, or even if it doesn't, this is how I look at things, right? All right, let me just give you something here, if I can. All right, so what have we got here? Right here, right? Oh shoot, no. Okay, so AI, why would I calculate fib from 14s or 13s? So I'll calculate the fib from here, right? Retracements from here to there. Why do I do that? Why not from here? Well, there's a reason for it. One, the volume started picking up around this level here. The volume literally transferred. So that's the start of the move for me. That's the start of anything for me, right? If the volume picks up and the range starts to pick up and it comes out of its norm, okay? This is the norm, right? That is, it's a normal price action, and this is where it actually started to, right, do something amazing. And this is where I will consider is important when it comes to any sort of calculation, any sort of calculation. So if you have done from the breakout to here, that's kind of like a 50% pullback, right? That's got to be 50% pullback. I don't usually use, but I do keep in mind the fibs because I can actually see and calculate the fib, the retracement, without even calculating, if that makes sense to you. Like, so usually this was the day volume came in, and I would say that's the way. Where was the day? This day, okay. So yeah, it's further beyond that. Yeah, it's like 38%, 40%. So between 40 and 50%, right? There you go. I would really, for a pullback, I wouldn't really like to be pulling anything under 50%. But I will make an exception for this one because it's got some potential, I would say. It's got nice potential. Pretty much the future, isn't it? It's pretty much the future. Yeah, if you did it around 12s, actually that makes sense. I will agree with that. I'll agree with that because that's when it started, the volume started to wake up, and the price action started to move from then onwards. Yes, not from 10. Not from 10. No, it doesn't make sense to do it from 10. No, from 12 is definitely from 13 is even better. But hey, it's like a small little adjustments here and there. That's fine. Okay. My normal day trading ideas, guys, today, unfortunately, I haven't got anything that I'm really excited about. But we do have a lot of gappers. So here's the watch list. I'm going to show you. And we will look at those. I'll just post them on the Discord first. All right, so where's our Discord watch list? There we go. So watch list posted right here, right now. There you go. That's today's watch list. So let's have a look at that. So we've got CDIO, clearly. This is in play. SPY is always there anyways. RETA, clearly in play. FSLR also in play. We'll come back to that in a minute. But the gappers, BRTX, ONCS, CRM, OKTA, CDIO, most of these are basically because of CDIO and RETA. And quite a few of those are earnings gappers as well. So we have to pay attention to that. So gappers, this is BRTX. I couldn't figure out why it was gapping up. Or did I? And ONCS, these could be biotech related. ONCS for sure. This was that it actually pulled out of its offerings, and CRM was a gapper for earnings. And I'm waiting for these to give me like CRM and I think OKTA. Both of them are earnings. Oh, there you go. This is exactly what I mean. Like for earnings that gaps up huge like this, we do get some sort of pullback like that. Now, these pullbacks, to be honest, could be a reversal. Sometimes it is a reversal, but most of the time it's a pullback if the earnings and also the guidance on the earnings for the next quarter or next year hasn't been really modified or changed dramatically. Right? So that will hold its gap. So I'm kind of interested in this one. OKTA pulled back enough. So from here to there, probably about what? 20%, something like that, which is kind of good. 70, 80 pullback, 79, even better. So I'm going to look to maybe pay attention to this one, OKTA. CRM is different though. CRM is still attacking the highs. a big gap. We're talking 167 all the way to 194. We are talking about the gap of what? Why don't I have my... Yeah, it's about 20%, isn't it? 20%? Or 16%, something like that. You need coffee. I need to go for some coffee as well, guys. Okay, Tesla. Yeah, Tesla also was one of those. Yeah, 186. You know, on Tesla, average Joe, I actually, you know, this 100 bounce. I was planning to take some dip buys on this one, and somehow I missed it, and then I just didn't take it because I really don't like to chase things. And then 140 break right here, I believe right here somewhere, 140 this day or that day was an opportunity for us to take it. I think I might have taken it intraday long on it, but I got stopped out of it. Like I got wicked out of it. So I was hoping to turn my day trading into swing. It just didn't work out. I just got unlucky, and that happened after that. So it is what it is. But it's pulling back really nicely to 186, which is around here, to the lows around here. It's been actually really weak as well. I mean, we could understand that. SPY has been quite weak as well. And look at this 200 EMA, guys. Don't tell me this doesn't have any effect. I mean, sometimes it might not, but sometimes it does, big time. Yeah, TSLL is the inverse, right? Is this the... this is a Tesla thing, isn't it? The ETF. It's not an inverse, actually. Yeah. TSL ETF. Yeah, to be honest, I pretty much... I get it. I never traded TSLL, to be honest. I mean, for people who have smaller accounts, yeah, for sure you can. TSLL sounds like a good one. How's the volume on that thing? So we're getting about less than 20 million volume. That's one issue here. I like to look at things that are more than 20 million volume. But what's the range like? 1218 to 1305. So yeah, range is not bad either. Range is not bad. So yeah. Oh, TSLS is the inverse. Yes. TSLS, sorry. Yeah, that's the one I was on. But this NASDAQ, that's why I stopped looking at those things. It's just look at the volume, right? But TSLL looks really good when it comes to volume. I'm surprised that this actually has this much volume. And it started to pick up the volume about around the reversal area where Tesla started reversing from at 100. That's when it started to get really... And before that, I must have looked at it before, actually, right here where the volume was low. And I said, okay, I can't be trading this. But now, honestly, with this kind of volume, it's tradable. It's tradable. Good one there. Tesla is gapping down to 186. So we've got here the gap down right in between the EMAs. And if it reclaims 190, we could see some sort of a... Here's the issue, though. If we are really sort of short biased on SPY or the market, then we got to be very careful dip buying anything. Got to be really careful with dip buying. Now, the thing with these kind of stocks, you can say to yourself, well, you know what? If these things start to pop towards 190 or these levels... The 190 is a big level on Tesla right now. If it pops towards it, right? We can start to look for shorting opportunities because the market is weak. Mind you, Tesla has been not respecting SPY's price action at all. It actually has been doing complete opposite. But that doesn't mean that if SPY starts to show great weakness or greater strength, it's not going to follow. It usually will follow. Apu and APD. You seem like average. You seem like an ETF guy. I don't really go really like I used to a lot, but I mean look at this. That's why. But trade the main thing. Trade the main thing. You can't trade that. I like to trade the main thing if you can. And if you can't, you can always go for options, out the money options as well, just like Sneaker does. So we are seeing in order to. Yeah, I mean there is plenty of ways to play the market. Definitely, but for me, my main criteria is basically the volume has to be really good and very consistent. And if I start, if you want to see what I completely reject on, as in when it comes to the liquidity, I'll show you. Like for example, look. I'm not interested in this stock. Why? Look at the, I mean, I don't even have to look at the volume. It's the way it trades. Look at the gaps in between, right? This is intraday. This is 1 minute chart at the open. It's not even pre-market or post-market. So if I see something like this, I'm like, no, not for intraday trading. Maybe for swings, yes. Maybe. But even for swings, I have to have good volume that day that I'm going to be trading. So that's how I figure out. Volume is huge for me, big thing. Like, look at this. I can't trade that. There might be some trend on that. No, I can't. I can't trade this. So as soon as I see these things, it just makes me like, no, I can't do it. Sorry, I really can't. So this 20 bounce for AI seems to be really strong, and it's actually bouncing all the way towards 2050 now. We'll see what it does during the day. And to be honest, this one, BRTX, right? It's won a patent of some sort, right? I keep forgetting this. Won a patent. Won a patent of some sort. That's going to remind me of what it was. Good. Again, as I said, not a very strong catalyst. It could actually fade off. ONCS, we know what this was. Rejected this offering. CRM, it's already looking like I'm looking for possible shorting opportunities on CRM, at least like towards 190 maybe. We'll see what happens. Okay, best of luck guys. Market is open. Let's do this. Absolutely, volume is one of the main priorities or categories or criterias that must be met, for me at least. Some people don't care about it, but they have their own. All right. So market's open. Let's have a look at SPY. What SPY is doing? Bouncing a little bit, which is kind of normal. We've got our 390. This box here that is coming to. Let's see what it does. Initial drive might push this beyond this, but if it does come back in, that means it's rejected from that level. And it will give us an idea of how weak or how not so weak market will be. If it starts to reject from here clearly, then that's definitely weakness written over it. Happening to my phone. Usually it shouldn't be really giving me any notifications. Why the heck? What the hell? Okay, so 393 to the tick rejects kind of strongly. We're trading at about 40 cents below that now. 30 cents below. Still early. AI popping, guys, but it could still be early. I'm just gonna avoid it. All right, let's look at our ONCS was one of them. Obviously CDIO, CRM as well. CRM and OKTA was those two, OKTA and CRM, is earnings based gappers. And obviously CDI is falling. What is Rita doing? Anybody know? Let's have a look at Rita. Rita is still holding, surprisingly. Okay. Look at AI, guys. AI just bounces from 20 and then just rips. That's $1 move from 20 now for a $20 stock. That's 5%. Interesting. I'm just gonna wait on it. Although, you know, it looks like an interesting price action, but I still think that this could chop around. I still think I just need it to be bringing a volume properly. Although, what's the volume like today? Yeah, I still could. No, I don't trust it still. It has to be breaking the 23 for me to be looking even interested in it. 24 is better area. Okay. SOUN, FNGU, no thank you. FREY, this was also a swing, but that's gone now. Yes, sir. FTNT looks interesting. Ooh. Maybe later. FSLY, TGTX, YX. No, thank you. Our XM is doing really well. It's actually attacking that 17. Might add here. I might add that a little bit here. Yes, sir. SHC is also looking okay, but I am out on that. I don't mind re-entering on the SHC. I don't mind, but it has to be now over 18. That's ALGN looks interesting. Okay. All right. So, Okta and CRM. Let's have a look at the gappers, guys. All right. So this gapper pulled back down to 190. This is what I was expecting from it. So this could be the reversal point on CRM, as well as OKTA is gone to 78 from highs of 83. So that's a decent amount of pullback. 77 would be even better. Why do I say that? I don't know. Why? Because I like the 7 numbers. But I'm just watching these. If it does create some sort of basing here and starts to reverse, I might look into longing these two, CRM and OKTA. Let's have a look at, oh wow, CDIO, guys. CDIO is going for it again. This might be another opportunity for long on this one. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna take this 7.60, and I'm gonna be patient with it now. Okay, pulling back, good. That's actually good. 7.5, pull back a little bit more. 7.5. 7.51. 7.51. I started 7.51, and then we'll see. 7.8, I might add to it as well. 7.8, 7.51, and 7.8. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And 0.8, 7.60. Okay, 79. All right, good, good. So yeah. So my average is about on CDIO is 7.6, 7.7. 7.7, around that area, guys. 7.7. I know it looks like a chase, but this has some potential right there. 7.7. All right, 8 is coming up, so we could, yeah, we could take some, obviously, but and then we can always add to it. But if 8 breaks, though, this is gonna rip. So it's a bit risky to hold it for the 8 break. But this is, remember, this just it could be a very good scalp. Also, it could be a really good swing idea as well if it starts to hold strong. So yeah, 8 is breaking. That's good. Very good. All right, all right. 810, 810, 808, 15s. Okay, this is gonna rip. All right, come on. 815s, 820s, 825s. Yes, sir. Let's go. 825s, 820, 830s. Let's go. 828s. I took some out. 828s. I took some out. 828s, guys. 828. Still, I think I took it a bit early because this has way more potential. Way more potential. I'm telling you, this one has 7.7 was my average for the long. Oh wow, okay. So all you need is one trade, guys. Just one trade. All right, so now we could start to trace. Okay, there's a big pullback that I was expecting, kinda. There's a big pullback. Okay, this is bringing in huge volume, like. All right, here we go. Okay. CDIO is there. A massive 850. Okay, I'm gonna probably add here, guys, as well. 8, add around 8. I'm gonna add. I want to see few bars of price action here. 801s. Okay. 807s, 807s. So a little bit, not too much. A little bit add on the 807s. And just bear with me. What I really want this to be doing is if it can actually go to 850 and attack that 850. If it takes 850, guys, then we've got some price action. The only issue is that 850 had huge numbers. Okay, there's huge selling coming in on 850, and we saw this candle, but it's holding. It's holding. 8 is holding. So one could say that if it does break that 8, maybe for a while leave it alone, like this here. All right, there we go. 788, 66. Okay, there's pressure coming in. Could be out anytime. 765s. Yeah, I'm out. So that was that was a quick one. 765. I had to. I mean, I wanted to get out here under 8, but I couldn't. So somewhere there I got out. 765 somewhere there. But I think this is this still has potential. I just don't want to hold it because this price action was really sort of a big rejection, and then that aggressive selling coming in. But in generally, this is going to bring in on the dips. This is going to bring in more buyers. So I mean, I think this exit was pretty much premature, in my opinion. This exit was premature. I didn't have big size on it. This ad was actually the same exit, which is like 10-15%. So that wasn't really sort of thinking. But the way that it pulled back, I was worried about that. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. Massive pullback. Okay, that was a good decision then. In hindsight. In hindsight. That's a good decision. So this turned out to be like a very, I would say, kind of like a non-event trade for me. Although it looks like eventful, but it's not, because my average is about what 780s. Because this was a really tiny ad, my exit was way ahead, so it was still okay trade. Still okay. These kind of stocks is worth to actually give it a stab, give it a fighting chance to work, but not too much. Like as you can see, you know, if I had given it probably fighting chance to work out, maybe under sevens, I would have been like, nah, I can't hold this. But I just don't like to give it huge amount of space. Like from my entry, from first entry, 750 somethings, that's 50 cents away, even from my first entry. So on average, like 70 cents away, I can't hold that. No, that's too much. It will always give us some decent opportunities later on after the first half an hour, 1 hour of price discovery. That's fine. That probably means that we could have a bigger position with a smaller risk. Yes, sir. AMC is coming down. CRM is actually, they don't look like they want to bounce, but we'll see. AMC is weak. Tesla is bouncing towards that 190 level, and it's looking strong. As I said, Tesla doesn't care what SPY does, so don't base your decisions on SPY too much. But SPY is going down right now. SPY is and Tesla is rejecting from this level, so that could be a good level there. That could be a good level there for shorting opportunities on Tesla. Could be a good one. I've got these. I don't mind. I mean, look at this. It's portrait, so there's 12 charts in here. There's 12 charts minimum. Okay, so Tesla is basically going towards that 190 level, which is this zone here. And it seems like it wants to actually take it, but I think if SPY starts to bounce, very choppy. Again, I will remind you guys, the first half an hour of SPY's price action usually is choppy. It could actually go to 1 hour. So just avoid trading larger caps around that time. It's better to leave it, let it take out this choppy zone, which is basically right now as it stands between this and that. 393 and 392, just over 390, just $1 chop zone. If it doesn't take that out, it just means that we are still in a chop. Easy decision made for you. Rita. Let's look into some. Hold on, guys. Thank you very much. 88. Also, Apple is attacking the high of day, so that could provide some sort of opportunity. All right, here we go. Chain, option chain, where are you? All right, let's go. So May 1990 is about 11. So what is that? Last 14. What? It is 12, 11. So that's $1,000. If you got the money, that's about 95. Sorry, puts we're talking about. So 1120, so 1140 out the money, around $1,000 basically per contract. It's just IVs are huge, isn't it? What's the IV on it? Oh, it's going to be back. I was just trying to not show my credentials for my platforms, for my trading platform. So my options one. So just I'll be back in a minute. So we're looking at 1,080. Okay, good enough. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm back. Let's go. What's up, Sneaker? How's it going, buddy? You woke up late? What happened to you? All right. The one that we were looking for, CRM. This looks like a reversal, but we kinda are like basing here. So, I mean, it's still early to call, but I would really like this to be creating some sort of a pattern. Right here, if it starts to do, where is my, so if it starts to basically go something like that, you know, right there, that'll be a good entry point here. If it starts to do that. Now, if it starts to break from here, then that could, the 191 could still hold. So it might be better to wait for the VWAP 191 to break. 191, if it starts to trade over 191, then that's where our entry will be for the longs on CRM. All right, so that's the plan with it, guys. So if it does break from here, we want to make sure that 191 breaks and then trades over it for like some time. I would say anything between 5 to 10 minutes. And then if we see some sort of a price action pattern there on that, we will take action. At this point, it's kind of difficult. Now, the other case scenario is if it goes down like this, 189 holds, 189 holds here, we will have a decent structure to base our stop and trade off of. Right? There it goes. So now it's actually... But let's have a look whether this is actually a potential pullback or reversal. So this, what is the closing time on this? In about what? About 20 seconds. Okay, so this is perfect. Okay, I want to see what it does. Now, if it does start trending under 189, I'll just give it I'll give it a miss. But I think it's gonna. Yeah, there it goes. It is bouncing. So this is interesting. CRM seems to be looking interesting. And SPY also is actually attacking the highs. It's making new highs right now. It's broken that 393. And it's going for the highs. Yes, it's broken that 393, 36, 38. Yesterday's low, I believe. And yeah, that also means that Tesla might be breaking that 190. Tesla might be a long instead of a short right now on the break of 190, guys. Tesla is a long 190. All right, Apple also is kind of in a pickle. But I'm kind of really sort of interested in these CRM and OKTA. OKT is already bounced, and this is what I was saying on CRM. We might see the rejection coming from VWAP area. This is pretty much what I want now. What I want from this OKTA now is to take out the 79s, and then we'll consider, because what we are seeing right now is some sort of a price pattern, right? So as you can see, it's not very clear, but at least there's a pattern to it. Same goes for CRM. It's still early to call on this one, but I think what I want to see on this one is kind of this, to be honest, right there, right? And then on the break or on the break, I will still wait for that 191 break though. It could still be early and looks weak. It does look weak. I think it wants to break this level here. Could this be a nice short? I think if we were to, yeah, there you go. There you go. That's it. Yeah, I'm gonna avoid that for the moment. But OKTA though, OKTA, once 79 breaks, this level here, it breaks right here somewhere. It could be a nice entry there. Okay. Let's go, baby. How much did you pay for it? 35. Yeah. May 19. 35 put. 35 put was a bit too much out the money. Really too much. But yeah, I mean, I see where you're going with that. And I've pretty much taken similar, but not too out the money. No. Not too much out the money. I don't like to take big, massive out the money contracts. So we are in the same boat on that one, Everjo. Pray for me. Let's go, baby. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, gap fill. Yes, sir. That's the idea. CRM, if it was an earnings base gapper, it's just beautiful. Look at this 190 level, breaks it, comes back and holds it. I just don't like to chase these, or I don't like to trade them short, because earnings is a catalyst behind this whole gap. But if you look at it now, let's look at this, analyze this. Even now, this is not a big pullback from this where it started from. This is what I was saying on CRM, guys. We might expect big pullback on this one. So even 185 wouldn't be a massive pullback. So I'm still looking for, maybe considering if it starts to reverse reversals happen, clear reversals. I'm talking clear reversals with decent patterns and really volume supporting it, then I'll look for dip buys. Until then, let it do its thing. The further it goes down, the better it is for your pricing. But OKTA, however, is basically not wanting to go down. So that means it wants to hold 79, okay. I want this to be breaking, trading over the VWAP. There goes Tesla. So Tesla was a really good call, 190 over. Yeah, I think this is definitely an exception for sure, yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. I think May 19 is a really good expiry. Very good on that. I've actually taken May 19 as well, so I'm with you. Yeah. And if you want to know what it's doing right now, Rita is doing not too bad. And expect a bit more as well on this one, by the way, average. This is crucial for us, average. 80 is a crucial area. If it breaks that, then we can celebrate. And as long as this breaks and holds under, dude, you know, you gotta celebrate. Weekend's gonna be good. weekend, I'll enjoy myself. So will you. So will you, mate. All right. AI is interesting. I'm just dragged to this AI. I know I don't do this, guys, but I wanna take a starter here with a risk about 2030s. It's just starter. It's just a starter, guys. 2025, something like that. I want to start here, guys. Sorry. I don't know why. I just want to be in it. See, the thing is, well, my plan on this one is I could be starting like this. When I say starter, this is like 10-15% of the position that I'm going to hold on this. When it breaks that 23 and 24, 24 is the main one. Then that's when it's going to, along the way, it's going to be full position. But if now it breaks 21, might be a nice one. Might be a good one to take. Okay, ONCS. All right, so we've got our SPY that did a fake breakout. So that's pretty much SPY's weak. This is what I meant by earlier, guys, in the pre-market. Even if SPY starts to bounce and starts to attempt to fill the gap, chances of filling the gap is very unlikely initially, which it did. It attempted to fill the gap, basically rejected, and now it's rejecting again strongly. So these kind of clues, like, give you clues that market is weak, and be a bit more short biased, right? And if you take shorts on larger caps, you will probably benefit from it in the environment like this. Let's see what SPY does. I really hope SPY actually comes back here again and see what it does. I want to see what the rejection is like. If it rejects from it, creating a lower high, then it's even better. But if it starts to pick up the volume and takes that out, then that could clearly mean that, yeah, it wants to go for a gap fill. But I doubt that. But never say never, though. Never say never. Okay. SPY is bouncing again from the VWAP. Still in a choppy zone. Rita is doing really well. What an entry on it. When did you take it, average? I was like here. I believe I took it somewhere here. Or was it here? It's somewhere here. Somewhere here. But I know you timed it really well as well. So that's good to know. AMC is bouncing, but does it have enough volume though? I'm not sure about AMC though. I don't like to trade it. It just doesn't trade well. It just doesn't trade well. About 15 minutes ago. 15 minutes ago, yeah. I think this similar area, similar time. Good one. Good one, mate. And this is why you've got to respect your stop, guys, no matter what your bias is. I've learned it long time ago the hard way. Look at this. If you now, I wanted to give this trade some chance to win, but you know, once it starts to show weakness, then yeah, you've got to let it go. Like, look at this now. It's just trading almost to the lows of the day, and yeah, you just if you were still in it from longs, you're just trapped basically. That's where they make the money off of you. Don't be trapped. Respect your stop. AFRM is the one that I was watching as well. Why? Not clearly. AFRM is an area I'm watching on AFRM is 14s, so I'm still waiting for it. It's not doing much. But AI, okay. Oh wow, okay, SPY really sort of yeah, it just took out the previous high of day. There you go. So that's, it wants to maybe fill the gap, which is not too far from now. Interesting. I was really thinking like this was it, this was the high of day, but I was wrong. This is why you don't want to have a very strong bias, and you want to do what you just want to react, not like think what's going to happen and base a trade off of that. AI looking good. I might add to it as well on the break of 21. AI. There we go. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Right, that pull. I don't want it to be a fake breakout on AI. I'm watching AI, guys. I'm in on it. Started a bit early, but if it stays over if it stays over 21. I might add more. My average is about 20.95, I think. Somewhere there. Okay. Oh. OKTA. OKTA. Oh, 79.50. Shit, this is the one I wanted to catch. Damn it. I missed it, guys. The entry was here, 79.50 break. Why do I say that? As I mentioned, I wanted this to be trading over VWAP, and I wanted to look at this volume, guys. I mean, look at this rising volume, right? As it was rising, I think this volume or that volume, this is what happened here, right? That's the entry. That's the entry. See, the thing is, if you plan for something like really in a deep, in detail, and it happens and you miss it, you're kind of like, freaking, what's wrong with you, you know? What is wrong with you? You were planning for it and you were eyeing that. You had it over on your charts. Maybe I was paying too much attention to AI, which shouldn't be, because it's a long term anyways. It's not really a day trading idea. It's pretty much a dip buy, a swing trade idea, to be honest. But should have been paying attention to more CRM, and CRM is dipping down anyways, but OKTO is better looking than that. Much better looking. Oh, ONCS is giving up. Rita is bouncing. Now let's watch Rita because it's interesting. It's bouncing, and this could be an add point here. This could be an add point if you are trading the stock. But let's see. It might not be an add point because we are rising volume. So we might see a bigger pullback, which is fine. 85 towards 85 might be the better pullback. But if we hang around here, that could be a good add point as well. This in itself, this level here, this level here, I think is a good level. It's not big level, but it's like a medium intraday level. That AI is pulling back again. Anyways, it's just a starter. I can hold it. I want to hold it. Only like 15%. Okay, Rita, do I add on to you or not? That's the question. Rita. Going Nvidia going to the moon. Okay, let me short it then. Nvidia is pulled back. It had a decent pullback, yes, and this is the pullback I was waiting for it. Remember I was saying like this is too extended and it needs to have a bigger pullback. It did that, but this is the first day of the bounce. Usually first day of the bounce could be too risky. You want to wait for the second day of the bounce, right? Yes, it works out here on these days, it works out, but the second day, you see that second day, beautiful, right? So you always want to make sure that you wait. The first day could be very choppy of the bounce. Second day, this is a really good example. Look at this. Apart from this day, obviously, goes up, pulls back. This is your red day, right? This is the pullback. And then the first day green, not much of a range, right? Could have been difficult to catch some decent move. But the second day, that's why I call second day continuation up play. That's when the real money is. Pulls back, forget about the first day, second day. Pulls back, first day, forget about it, second day. Second day is the one, right? So in this case as well, right? Okay, on this one, it's difficult because the second day actually gapped up huge, right? But today, let's say this is the green day. Still, it could be a smaller, narrow range day. But tomorrow, especially if it stays under 230, tomorrow, break of 230, without a doubt, is a good opportunity. Yeah, I think it's just by, what is today? Thursday? Thursday. I would say, I mean, if SPY actually ends up closing the gap, then I think puts might have much better chance. That's just me. I'm thinking even beyond the gap, like right there. That's an area for puts, in my opinion. Over here, you could, but 394 is a level that it really doesn't have that much of a. Really, no, not 20. No. Although it could reject from it, yes, but no, I'm not too. 394. This area is the one I like for puts. For calls, you could play the calls on the bounce right now, but I'm not really keen on the calls on SPY. Really not too keen on it these days, especially. So unless over here, let's say 394s has it stays quite a long time here and it starts to basically create really decent reversal patterns there with some decent volume, then you could start puts under 394, yes. But right now it's actually attacking that 394. So it goes up to that. This is a really good example, actually. You know, average, you will definitely relate to this one. And I'm pretty sure you've seen it a lot. So this is your primary move, right? Number one. That's your primary move. That's your rising volume, which is in line with the trend up. And then we have decreasing volume on the pullback, right? So far, it doesn't look like a rejection from 394s. But what I mean to say is, if this starts to trade more and more here and volume starts to come in with the rejection, that could be the rejection we're waiting for off of 394s. So right now it actually looks more like a rejection, but the volume isn't helping. Unless we go with the recent volume, even recent volume is not enough. So yeah, I'm still considering that this is gonna break. This is gonna break. Yes, sir. All right, BA. My boy Snicker is looking at BA. BA can be very difficult to trade. It's a bitch of a stock. Sorry for my French, but I don't like to trade it. BA is gap fill, very, very close to gap fill, yes. So the gap fill attempt, but this level here, yesterday's high, and yeah, that level is quite strong. So yeah, rejection from there could be a nice opportunity. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Yeah, it didn't break it didn't break it. This area here on BA is massive. Even 205.50 area, this area before 206 is big. Is a big one, Baba. Let's go. This is the area you want it to break. All right, let's have a look at SPY, guys. I think it's attempting to try to break that 394. And let me do this 2 minutes, guys, because I want to show you something that might be relevant here. Might just be. All right, let's zoom into this. Again, for those of you who want to know what is a reversal, what is a main move, what is a pullback, well, rising volume with its move is in a direction is the right move, is the directional move, okay? And then we've got our pullback is with decreasing volume, okay? Just remember that. Now, if this decreasing volume starts to actually rise up, and this isn't going anywhere, that could turn into a reversal. That could, right? But it's not happening right now, as you can see. So this is why I'm saying this might break 394, at least attempting to break it now. Now, what happens after a few minutes is completely irrelevant. Right now, as it stands, it's going for that break of 394. Now, second scenario, as I mentioned, let's say it goes to 394 right now. In fact, it's rejecting from it, right? Look at the volume rising now. This is where I'm a little bit concerned now. This is, you see this, the rising volume. Now this could be a reversal now. It wasn't reversal before, but now it could be if it doesn't break it very soon. With this volume, if it doesn't break it very soon and it's starting to hold that 394, then that could be it for SPY. Look at the volume rising. And one volume might not really tell you much, but we need to consistently at least 3-4 volumes like that to give us a clue. Look at that. Okay, so that 394 area is still getting attacked. Volume rising. It needs to break it very quickly. In the next few minutes, it needs to break it. Otherwise, I'll consider this to be a reversal. It's about to break it now. Let's go. Let's go. Break it because you are bringing that volume. Okay, it's gonna break it. Let's go. It's about to, and it doesn't want to. Okay, well, we're still gonna give it time. Still gonna give it. Now what you need is, what you want is a strong red candle. There it goes. That's your rejection. There we go. That's your now, right now as it stands, guys. This could be a reversal point. This right there. This right there. However, this was the main move, and then rise up. Okay, we'll see. Still, and if it's a reversal, guys, say for example you took a short here under 394, right? Make sure it breaks that 393.50 very quickly. And if it doesn't, we are still bringing, as Average Joe is saying, it's creating a beautiful, beautiful flag here. Even on the 1 minute, you can clearly see it. You don't need to go to the 5 minute. But the force is strong with this one. To the downside, sorry. But again, you want to make sure that this flag is broken either way, right? So on SPY, I think, you know, with SPY, guys, sitting on your hands is most of the time a better idea, I would say. Because the problem with SPY as well is once the reversal happens, it can happen so quickly that you sometimes don't have a chance to grab anything. But I think this is the main move now, starting the downtrend. So we are rising, volume is coming in more and more. It looks good. That probably might have been the put area there, 394. Yeah, need volume. Yeah, volume is coming in though, as you can see. Look at the volume. It's coming in. It needs to, as I said, it needs to break and then stay under 393.50. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. There's your volume as well. There's your drop. Still not a massive price action for us to say, oh, there you go, it's complete reversal. But at least that could be the start of it. Yes, sir. So hopefully people who are new to this whole price action thing, hopefully you learn something about this whole explanation of what you want to be looking for when it's a pullback or when it's a reversal. This right here, right now, right there, was actually this one was not a reversal. This one was just a pullback. This one was not a reversal either. This drop was not a reversal because volume was not supporting it. But when this happened, the volume started rising, right? That's when things change. Things have shifted. That's when I start calling it reversal. So hopefully that makes sense if you are watching the recording. And if you have any questions about that, you can, just reach out to me. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to head out now. And I'm not going to wait for SPY to do anything. If you're going to be trading, I think now definitely there's a huge volume coming in, yes. But if I think weakness is coming in, maybe the follow through to the downside might come in. But also do expect that after these days of reds, like downtrending price action, don't ignore the fact that we could also see a green day as well. So don't be very strong on your bias. When I say I am short biased, I'm just short biased. I'm probably looking for shorts, like off of this 394 rejection and things like that, or continuation. But if it does sort of bounce strong with some decent volume, don't ignore that, please. Right? Get out of your trade short and reanalyze. But this is looking good so far. This might actually break 393 is the next area. Actually, this area. So if it does actually take this out, watch out. Oh, that rhymes actually. If it takes out, watch out. And it seems like it's got some really decent momentum to the downside. So 393 gets taken out. Better watch out. There it goes, guys. There it goes. All right. With that, I'll leave you. Love you and leave you. And I'll see you on Monday at 8 a.m. EST. Same time, guys. All right. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe and have a lovely weekend. And yeah. Any questions? No? I'll be off then. All right, guys. Peace.